A lot of burst damage, a lot of that up front to be able to knock 1 or 2 players out before a fight. Talk about early skirmishing. Jhin has a lot of upfront damage, but I think the individual damage profile of TT's bot lane is very difficult to deal with. We'll have to see, and we don't have access to deeper rune knowledge here, at least for what they chose. Okay, I can see the vision here.
On to Feather, 4th bullet, does a lot of damage onto Leona, but now they're going to step right on back, knowing that Awesome's damage output is cut a little bit by the exhaust. Just one more auto attack, it is claimed by Feather, and the duo bot lane of ThunderTalk getting it done.
Control of this top side wave.
Yeah, Sheer taking a recall now, will get a chance to base, does not want to lane into the double, or the duo of 1xN and Feather. All 3 grubs secured. Shadow now just making his way to the Dragon Pit, but there's a ward on it from the side of ThunderTalk. I don't think they'll be able to stop them, but using this information, curious to see what ThunderTalk are able to get out of it.
I don't think there's much. Their bottom lane is taking a recall now. Maybe they try to make a little cheeky swap here as well. You do have, again, you were saying you want to kind of avoid the duo as Kennen and 1. I think if they're able to grab 2, they're going to be pretty lucky. Hoya is coming in with that Eclipse power spike, and no one is catching this top side wave. They make a snap engage on the Feather.
Right on the Feather, but Hoya is going to isolate Awesome. There's the slicing Maelstrom from Sheer. Impale from Beichuan will stall out the fight here, but Hoya has to turn back and try to support the rest of his team. Satab, can he find something? He's going to looking for Jway here, but Awesome now just gets to pump the damage onto this Jhin. Now that he's undeterred, it's only down to Satab to see if he can clean up the fight here. Multiple low health.
He's doing it!
Quadra kill! Can he set up the Penta? Chasing down Awesome. He's still got a flash and cleanse. I don't think it's going to happen, but Satab managing to salvage that fight for ThunderTalk.
The solo lanes of ThunderTalk able to do so much in that play. It's only 2 grubs going over to FPX, and right now, all of that happening, Hoya is able to grab that last one. It had a slight advantage from the laning phase, now 4 kills. He comes out of base, 8 stacks on Darksteel, completed Luden's Companion, and almost 2,000 gold to his name over Care.
Yeah. As you called it, between the 4 kills and the 30 CS differential he was amassing by himself in the laning phase, how can you deliver? How can you be the one that secures the win for here? And FPX, knowing how important it is to shut down Satab, and they are not going to let him have an easy game. The shutdown comes in clean for Care, but Beichuan with the Impale is going to pull them right under the tower. Not close enough. And Beichuan does fall. Shadow able to clean up that one. Hoya coming in with the teleport, but the rest of FPX overloading on the bottom side of the map. 1xN now arriving to the party to see if he can at least aid in the fight. Public execution turning towards the side of 1xN, puts him on the other side, but Awesome with the curtain call, fires the sniper bullets from downtown, and Sheer will find a great slicing Maelstrom to really stun the odds of ThunderTalk. And just like that, all the hopes dashed away by FPX. Hoya can just mark the Kennen and not let him get into position for that slicing Maelstrom. Jway already taking a lot of damage from Satab's Aurora on the right side. Still can pull off a flank. Sheer getting pushed right into this crevice with FPX.
Hoya.
Oh, okay. They look right onto the front. Beichuan looking immediately for Care. The Yone completely CC'd and not getting a chance to play the game. They turn right onto Satab, looking for the bunny. Aurora is taken down, but the rest of ThunderTalk have not been threatened yet. And the rest of FPX are completely cut off by Awesome. Hoya forced to flash away. Beichuan in the middle of it all. But 1xN can now lay in the Gatling gun. And Shadow is cut off from the rest of the support. Sheer's got nothing left in the tank since there's no slicing. Maelstrom goes back in, tries to set up the stun. The first bullet from Awesome finds 1xN in the back. But now you have to deal with an Ambessa in melee range. Can he find enough damage? It's not going to happen. Hoya sidestepping the deadly flourish. Drakehound stance on masterclass from Hoya.
Now being taken from the side of ThunderTalk. For FPX, how can we continue to replicate some of these fights? Because this game doesn't get easier for you, as well as, I mean, Satab is still a monster to deal with this Aurora.
When FPX don't get the jump on him, then Satab really ruins their day. And they kind of took the same line of thinking and making sure that Care didn't actually get to play the game that time around when they were able to layer the CC chain. But I think both of the mid laners here, very important to their team's success. the way that the responsibility of both of these champions and how much impact they can have has been leveraged upon them. The gold lead being evened up again. 2 dragons to the name of ThunderTalk, 1 to FPX Satab. No flash available. Gonna try to use the Between the Worlds to create some distance, but Shadow has got the permafrost, and Sheer can close the distance here. And it's just a little too far forward from Satab on the side lane.
Gonna have to be a big performance from him, who he's already gathered a pretty sizable lead for himself. He just needs to keep himself calm, cool, and collected if he wants to be able to bring home the win.
Was able to do it on the rise, but now a big engage from FPX, and Care on the left side flank this time, not CC'd, is able to find a massive fade sealed into another Q3. The follow-up from the rest of the FPX squad ensures the deaths of multiple ThunderTalk members. 4 have hit the floor. Hoya is still on the side lane pushing for a tier 2 turret, but the rest of FPX are going to take everything else from ThunderTalk.
I mean, where was the exhaust from Feather? You put it onto the Yone, not the Kennen that's ripping your backline apart. That feels like a pretty big mistake, and Satab yet again gets caught out. It opens up a Rift Herald to be dropped in mid. 2 turrets here for FPX, as well as the Otacon. Mark, I feel like we are getting a Game 3 here, as FPX have just been that much more precise when it comes to finding their engage.
Seeing where he could be on the Rift. It was the Otacon GAs that were acquired. Bates
What are
one
we
a little
doing?
too
What are we
deep.
doing?
I mean, what is going on here? I mean, Sheer does pop the Slicing Maelstrom. ThunderTalk being able to set up proper battle lines, but these are just Otacon GAs being ripped apart here. Awesome. Now opening up with the curtain call, trying to fish for some damage on the back line. 4th bullet does not connect on the Satab. Deadly Flourish does not connect either. And for ThunderTalk's credit, at least they took away 2 withdrawals from the side of FPX, but they're not able to contest for the Dragon here.
I think they're okay with giving over the Dragon. It is going to be a Cloud Soul, something that is going to, if that is going to be a realistic win condition, does provide some issues for the team. You look at FPX, so many of these champions would love to have the movement speed after casting their ultimates. So it's going to be a turret here for the side of ThunderTalk, finally able to use some of those Void Grubs that we saw from them. Oh, Sheer!
Forced to flash, Feather follows up, and that's just a really nice routing off from the side of ThunderTalk. I don't know if they got vision on where Sheer was coming from, but just really great understanding of getting that pick down.
Body on the Sejuani to wait for the minion wave. There'll be a trade of turrets here, and now no flash for Feather if they decide to go for a play.
Yeah, very little ways of being able to threaten this Jhin from popping off. Wait!
It's fake.
Okay,
it's
crash
fake,
from
it's
Beichuan.
fake,
The
it's
cleanse
fake.
is already used. Beichuan, but there's
Oh,
the
it's real!
execution. ThunderTalk had the collapse. I don't know how they didn't get a chance to see Beichuan being able to sneak into that bottom quadrant, but huge pickup for ThunderTalk.
To be looking at the solo lanes here for FPX. Care's trying to find something, but Care.
Satab getting affected by Care.
Satab's down!
The Yone is able to pop the Yone now. It's all down to 1xN and Hoya to carry out this fight. Care now in the middle of 1v4. Jway sets up a massive Magnastorm. Shadow throws his body in there, but Beichuan is affecting Care and seeing him to all hell.
Hoya!
It's all up to you. He slices down the swordsman, and now this poor Rider's got nowhere else to run. The Arctic Assault manages to get him out over the wall, but Beichuan is hunting.
Hoya makes the same play. Awesome. The
flash
ult
though.
is. Uh-oh.
Great count stance. No! Awesome! Not like this!
You step too far in mid and you get punished again. So Hoya.
5 members to 4. Awesome still dead for another 10 seconds. Care. Gotta be careful with that Soul Unbound in case ThunderTalk had engage abilities ready to punish. This is a Yone without flash. And the Dragon will go uncontested to ThunderTalk unless nope, Shadow is on the other side of the map.
Yep. All right.
Oh, look at the flank from Sheer. He's unseen on that right side. Jway is gonna try to lead and get some vision down first.
They know Sheer's here now.
Yeah. Baron is at 3K. Hoya gets full vision.
They steal it.
Beichuan's with the Impale. 1800. Who's gonna secure it? Shadow gets it. Slicing Maelstrom already used, but wait, Sheer is popped. Satab unaffected and now trying to pressure Awesome out of the fight. Hoya flashing forward, looks for the slice.
They got him!
So right there it is. Awesome falls. Satab and Hoya do it again. Being the heroes for ThunderTalk. Hoya living up to the pressure and delivering for TT.
They grab the mid tier 2, but I think this is going to be the solo lanes of TT going down.
Permafrost almost in range. Care secures it. The Ambessa has been slain. And for FPX's credit, They have the Baron buff on their side. They can still play the map. Lower side. He's going to roll on in. Stunning up Drake, forcing the
Drake
flash.
got caught, though.
Bring this rel right in the middle, under the tower. The Magnastorm just trying to slow down the fight between Worlds and Hoya. Public execution, right on the sheer, slicing Maelstrom gets cut in half. Care with the fate sealed, all in the front, and no one is hitting awesome. And he is laying down the damage. Curtain call opens up the triple kill. One more bullet. It goes sidestep by the Beachwan, but man, FPX still rocking with their main carries, and it's just a Scorpion on the side of ThunderTalk. It might be enough for FPX to take it all in the base.
How much more can they push for here? I think it's pretty risky, but you look at the timers. Next one up here for ThunderTalk is 10 seconds on Feather. Not been able to have that same level of performance in terms of the carry, so now we're looking at that picture. In picture, we're going to get another fight!
What is going on? There's so many circles on my screen. Beachwan had the impale, but the slicing Maelstrom stunned them all up. Hoya now rise to the play. Awesome. Having to deal with Satab. He's going to hop in. Just one more auto attack finishes off the Jhin. But now Satab's got to deal with the rest of the FPX squad. Being able to dodge the flash shuriken from Sheer.
Oh, no.
But Shadow is too tanky on the Sejuani, and Satab's got nowhere else to go. FPX just overwhelming ThunderTalk at this point.
Yeah, and now they get them caught out. They're just going to go mid. They're going to end the game, and we are headed to game number 3 in this series.
Now, even Jue is going to ensure that Beachwan cannot get the base off so he can defend FPX. Rise to the occasion. They're going to be able to answer back from the woes of game 1. Feather spawns, and maybe he'll try to stall as much as he can, but it's not going to happen. As I called it, Game 3 is on the way, y'all. FPX gonna be able to even out the series. We are going the distance.
Far too many mistakes.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.